Look, Big EQUIPA are the favorites coming into this one, right? And
Yes.
despite the fact that we saw they weren't feeling super comfortable on Nuke, it is the map they lost to in a 16-14 fashion the last time they played on. The fact that the couple of individuals on the NAVI Javelin side were able to go above and beyond, like vicu and Angelka really coming into their own when it came down to crunch time, does give me hope that I know that Des probably doesn't agree with me, but a 2-0 could be on the cards despite the fact that Big EQUIPA are the favorites. Of course, it's going to be the map pick from the Iberian side coming into play here. They're going to be starting on the T side. D7 is going to be going for the smoke and a couple of flashes for her teammates. The rest of them, though, for the CT side is going to be 5 sets of USPs and armor and a P2K in between. A lot of noise being made here by Big towards apartments, and that's being heard by the CTs playing aggressively towards top mid, and they're not budging. 3 CTs lying way towards B.
Yeah, they wanted them to hear what was happening out there, hoping to switch the defense a little bit around. Not really happening. Also, they've left Jenny R up in the apartments, so if anyone wants to come look as they've run through, I mean, it's a cool idea, right? Not only are you trying to shift the defense, but they're going down the middle. They're completely walking past Jenny. Oh, this could backfire in a massive way. Angelka's over here, one of the superstars for NAVI Javelins on that first map, and she's ready for it. The flag is in, even not getting a kill. This is a real big problem. ZAna-th, though, getting shot in the back. Jenny is back to try and save her team. And vicu, do they know? They might know. They're just going to go back to the A-bomb side. I can't believe this is working out for Big EQUIPA. Somehow, they found their way into the A-bomb side with a bomb plant on top. This is absolutely wild.
This is so very, very strange indeed. And yeah, just going back and forth, it really did look like this round was done and dusted. It looked like it was easily going to be the round for NAVI Javelins with an aggression down mid, but now left all onto Angelka. She was incredible on Nuke, but this might be a little too much, and she will be swarmed by the Glocks. And Big EQUIPA able to somehow survive a very interesting round.
Yeah, it feels like if Jenny doesn't show up for this particular kill, then they're in so much trouble. So, wow, scary moment there. They almost got sandwiched in on Banana. They almost ran into a stack in B, and instead they find the one opening that was needed, which is Jenny basically opening back up into the A-bomb site, and they managed to swing it around. So super well done. It's going to be a second round coming up here, and NAVI Javelins only with the pistols.
It was a really good call from Big EQUIPA to keep Jenny R inside of apartments, right? If all 5 would gather together towards Banana, it could have been an absolute bloodbath. But
I mean, I also say there's a wait a minute, hold on, D7, yeah, she's going to be caught throwing that deep Molotov. It's a cool idea, but at least they're going to get a bomb plant for free over at the B bomb site. Here's a test, though. This is something that Big EQUIPA really failed on a couple of times on Nuke. Slow this round down. Don't be in a position where you can easily get caught off. ZAna's out here with an AK-47. She's going to get traded. And now the rest of her teammates. You might want to revenge that, but take a deep breath right now. Winning the round is the most important part. Aidy a little bit close here, and she's going to get run down by vicu. And now let's see. Aida and Jenny, a little bit of a crossfire, but it's going to get broken up, at least partially. Jenny doing a lot of damage and shooting inside of the smoke. They can't easily find her. Now it's down to Aida, and just hide right now. They don't have a kit, and you have to know that as well. Yep, trying to jiggle it out, just buying every second counts here, and she's going to get the headshot on top. Massive clutch for Aida, a triple kill that they needed.
She almost failed to pick up the AK-47 while celebrating, but that was... It was a round 1, but it was also a massive win for the side of NAVI Javelins. Yes. I mean, just the USPs, barely any purchase coming in, and able to take away 4 guns, of which there were a couple of rifles in play as well. So that is still a big win for the side of the NAVI Javelins, as the buy is going to be coming on in vicu. She was phenomenal in the second half of the AWP, and she's going to be looking to recreate the magic here.
And definitely, we're starting to see at least one of the stories here for Big EQUIPA, something that they really have to think about going forward a little bit. And it might just be because, wait a minute, going to be aggressive. Angelka, she's going to get caught. That is a very nice setup with the nades. Jenny trying to escape, but yeah, the Molotov's going to fade in front of her. This is actually looking amazing.
Oh,
Liina almost dead.
Yeah, I think she got gushed there, lack of head armor. And that's, this is a rough hold here. 2 players, Hanka's there as well, and the Molotov's just going to make life miserable here for Liina. They're going to get slaughtered here.
Oh, gotta be a little bit careful though. Hanka back here still, with a little bit of health left. Team kill in the middle of it, but they managed to make their way through, and I don't think NAVI Javelins should go for this one. Oh my god. Well, I still don't think they should go for it. Danu is so far away. You could look for kills if you want, but it should be a round that you just let go off. I was going to say earlier, I think it's possible that bigger keeper are so used to playing against opponents that maybe on a mechanical level they're able to beat a little bit more, so they feel comfortable in setting up some of those aggressive fights and some of these afterplants. But you need that adjustment here at Summer. You need to remind yourself, wait a minute, they actually are good enough. They can run around the corners and just and take some of these fights. So really important to get that drilled into them right here. It's going to be vicu trying to fall back with the AWP, trying to do a little bit more damage, but not too, I don't think that's too crazy.
For the side of EQUIPA, considering they lost 4 players the previous round, keeping 3 alive this time around. Also taking away, also forcing rather NAVI Javelins to go for what could be just pistol upgrades as they try to work around the M4 and the AWP in the hands of Danu and vicu. Trying to recuperate some of the funds they lost in round number 2. But it's a good start here, and you can see the timeout getting called early as well. They're pretty liberal with the timeout usages as well, and they know the fact that currently they are trailing by a map. And I like this. I like how, look, you have 4 timeouts, sure, keep a couple in your belt for in an emergency scenario, so to speak. But if you want to call for a tactical timeout, just go for it. Many times I've seen teams where they're kind of spiraling out of control, and then they call it round 10, round 11. At that point in time, the half is pretty much lost.
Yeah, I think that's an important point to think about, and I think most especially because we are dealing with teams that have not that much experience. Big keeper obviously having some coming in from Dallas, but otherwise being on a stage is a different environment. And yeah, so being in the semi-final obviously entirely different. Jenny looking to do something. vicu, she's got that 1 AWP saved. M4 on the side of Danu. Oh, but that is a heat check from D7, able to take down Danu, and they're going to run down Angelka as well. She was trying her best to get at least a 1 deke in there. They found the right part of the map to attack. This is exactly what you want.
Yeah, and also trying to keep, if possible, keeping every member alive as well. You can also see, I really haven't had the opportunity, and I'm sure, like in the previous event cast, we were doing the Rubet Cup as well, Anders, and we saw like a few Infernos being played, and we could see how the C4 detonation damage and range changes has, of course, definitely changed how the T's approaches a bomb site, right? Now it takes a couple more seconds, but I've seen moments where, in a panic situation where you have to get the bomb down, because of the uncertainty as to how they want to play the post plans at times, and depending, again, there's so many things which are dependent. Like, are you looking to? Oh, they should be able to save here in the corner.
Yeah, but not that much more damage. You got to be a little bit careful. Oh, Hanka, she wanted to do it, and well, Liina goes up, but so does D7.
Look at the damage.
Wild.
And that's the thing, right? Like you have to calculate so many things about, okay, what's our money situation right now? How deep in the half or the game are we in this situation? And you got to go for the plan depending on these small little things. So it adds an extra layer of thought which you need to apply when you're on the T side here, and especially when you head towards A bombs. And that's something I love to see. I love how the tiny little change on a map in this game can, make such a huge impact in a way how Tier 1 teams just approach everything.
Yeah, it doesn't take a lot, does it? vicu, oh, that's a flick and a half. And she's ready for more. Jenny and Aidy out of the round, and that was buttery smooth right there. Going to be 3 versus 5, and they can chill out. And I think NAVI Javelins generally did a pretty good job of doing this for the most part, really on both sides. I mean, they did it on the T side a couple of times too when they were started to fall behind. They slow it down, allow for bigger keeper to maybe be a bit aggressive. We're going to see them down in the pit here. Danu looking for the lineup. That's almost a double kill. She's going to get one of them, but she nearly took down ZAna, shooting right through her teammate. Still a 2-on-3, but they are so low on health. They shouldn't have much of a chance. And vicu, this is the right move. Wait for your teammates to show up. You don't have to try and fight this alone. Going to be boosting over, and they do spot one of them. A big chance right there, Liina on the other side, and it's all on D7. 1 versus 3, and a very tough battle to try and fight here. Angelka will come through. Good timing with the flash to run through the smoke, and they're going to win the round.
And that was such a massive openings being found with vicu as well. And you said it as well there, how the Opera just taking a sweet time, not just going for the panic plays. It's 3v2. There's quite a bit of damage being dealt as well. I do believe one of them was confirmed damage too. So great stuff and great openings as well. vicu hitting some nice flicks and not even being able to be traded there by Aidy. And it's going to be a reasonably convincing round. The first round being found here by NAVI Javelins on a CT side. Of course, considering the bit of bleeding they were able to pull off in round number 2 and number 3. EQUIPA, despite having won 4 in a row, down to a couple of galils. Quite a bit of utility though to work with as they're going to be starting to pressure this B bomb set. That's where they've been finding the majority of the success here early in this map.
Yeah, go back to test that out. See if you can take them down even when they have the rifles. Angelka, she was so ready for that one. The Molotov. Aida peeking right up close to the wall there, and didn't work out this time. They're in the middle of the map still, not quite sure where to go at the moment. They have some banana control, and with the honestly, with the utility that they have, 3 smokes, 2 Molotovs, could still make for a really great execute towards the B bomb side. The only problem is, you really would love to put some pressure, yeah, like they're doing now. That Molotov, that's part of it. Aidy throwing it over to the quad side just to try and make sure that the CTs don't know too much about what's happening here.
Yeah, just turtle up, but that's a right call as well, right? If you have aggressive posturing towards Brack's position, it's okay for your B players to play a little bit more safer. Liina, a dangerous game in the smoke, getting tagged on at 22 HP, and Jenny will finish off the job. That was a dangerous game by Liina, and now with a 4v4, that's going to draw out the rotation, and 30 seconds on the clock though. They can still rotate back towards the A-bomb set if they want to, but no, they're going to deploy everything they have as the smoke fades away, and Angelka has to hold the line.
Yeah, she's got some AWP back up now, but I don't know if it's enough. What a double spray from Angelka. She will do at least first part of the job here. 2 versus 3 for the afterplant. And she can take some shots through, but again, it's not worth dying for. Wait and do that 2-on-3 retake all the way through. They have a kid on every single player. ZAna though, nice headshot, a little bit of a burst to take down Danu. And now they're in trouble for the retake. They no longer have them locked in on the bomb site. ZAna's managed to make her escape, and D7 is all the way back here, just buying time. They don't have a smoke either for the bomb, so they need to move lightning fast to make this work. Oh, they spin it around. They catch ZAna. Hanka, absolutely well played. That was, I don't know, that was about to be a lost round, but that was a heads-up play from Hanka to actually check construction where they just came from.
The nerves there, just holding it together from NAVI Javelins, and they knew, all right, that the EQUIPA, they like being proactive. Sometimes they like being too proactive. The bomb wasn't even tapped yet, and already the flank was on. And firstly, great double kill coming in from Angelka here, and great read as well from Hanka, forcing D7's hand at the very end. She had to go for an isolated duel because there was still a lot of time remaining on the bomb. They could have grouped up and taken her down, so she had to try and find a kill early on so she could take that 1v1. But just incredible awareness in what was a very, very clutch scenario there, the 2v2. Stolen away by NAVI Javelins, and they find their second. Looking at the money situation here for EQUIPA, I wouldn't be too surprised if you went for the 4 spot. You have the 4-2 lead, you know there were only 2 CTs to survive. You keep pressuring the economy of the Polish side.
Yeah, that's not too crazy. That's not necessarily a bad idea. I still think in terms of the raw firepower on the big EQUIPA side, they have a lot of it, but some of the mental clarity here on the NAVI side is definitely showing. The way that they don't peek into those 2v3s in the afterplant, they wait for it, they trust that they can go for the retake. Try to put some pressure on mid this time against vicu again. And she has a little bit of a decision to make. They're going to be wrapping the other way through into the bomb site. And Hanka not ready for it. I don't think they realized just how deep they'd got in already. vicu's going to be taking a shot with the AWP, and that's through the smoke to take down Jenny. And now some good nades. Slow them down, lock them in, make this really uncomfortable. As long as they're inside this bomb site, if they can't get out, they should lose this round.
Final bit of utility getting deployed by the T's as well, but again, close range, the Tech 9s could be problematic, but Danu has been phenomenal thus far, just staying alive for as long as possible, and D7 left alone in a 1 versus 4. Able to get the dink onto Liina, but not the kill. Again, composed, allowing the bomb to be planted, but then again, it's still a bit of a bonus as well for the T's. You get the bomb down, it was just a pistol investment coming in. We might even see the op coming out here in the hands of ZAna on the T side, although that being said, I feel like one of the only oppers who do that at Impact has been Anna. she's fine with the opposite T side on virtually any other map.
Yeah. I mean, it's a tool that could definitely be put to use, and I think one of the issues they might have playing the AWP on ZAna so far is that they're not really aggressive on the NAVI Javelin. Where would you go to AWP even? There's not. Maybe you could take the fight to vicu at Archway if you feel super confident, but that's not easy. vicu, on the other hand, this is actually a round where she's a little bit more aggressive, using that smoke as a wall. Not getting a shot there, but you know, they hear that. They know what that's about.
Yeah, that's something a lot of CD operas really go for nowadays, just being aggressive at the edge of the smoke. So good awareness from vicu as well to flashbang to force away from the angle.
Look at the minimap and how far back they are. If ZAna had to fight someone right now, man, you have to go searching a lot on this map at the moment. So 2 over at the A bomb site. Archway's kind of undefended, but they're starting to bring Hanka back a little bit. For a minute there, they had a 3-woman defense over at the B bomb site, so something to work with. But yeah, now it's a little bit more of a default spread coming out from that CT side. Some nades on the bigger keeper side, but not many.
Smoke's going to delay them for a few more seconds, but if you look at the clock, 45 seconds, still ample time to work with here for the Ts. And Liina she likes playing in front of the smoke of hers, but multiple times she has fallen to it, and the flashes come raining in, and she will be immediately taken care of. No smoke for CT though, but somehow no one falls here for the side of EQUIPA.
Well, they're going to be real careful. Oh, that's a team kill in return, though. They're trying to plant the bomb in front, and they will be planted. Angelka still took down 1 kill. Now it's back into a 2-on-3. ZAna-th gets 1, and D7, it's all on her. She doesn't have that many bullets left, but a straight headshot. Oh, she gets shot in the back. That was a great attempt. But vicu just seeing enough to get the kill, and that'll tie it up. 4-4. Expensive round from NAVI Javelins, but still, they're starting to claw their way back in the first half already. I think they're looking really solid right now.
They're starting to wake up indeed, and that would have been an incredible attempt from D7. We saw in Valencia itself, ESL Challenger, the parallel stage. We saw Jam Young last night just pull off a 1v3 from that very spot.
That's true.
So that would have been incredible if she managed to do so at vicu. She was a bit quiet in the first half of Nuke, but ever since then she has been incredible indeed. So sure, EQUIPA 4-0 start the campaign here on their map pick, but NAVI Javelins, they have bounced back pretty convincingly. That being said, you can see the money has been kept pretty honest, right? vicu's the one which on 6K, the rest of them kind of rough when it comes to their wallet. So NAVI, they want to win a few rounds, a couple of rounds at least, where they don't suffer too many casualties, so then they can stabilize and find themselves maybe a 10-round first half here. But that being said, a lot of damage being dealt towards Jenny R and Aida early on.
Yeah, Jenny, part of that skirmish onto Banana, and unfortunately for her, she does take a lot of damage. D7, she just took that on her own. Oh, wow. ZAna, with the double setup down in pit, is going to be alive and ready for that one, but that's so scary. I wonder if that's going to change the defense. They still have a little bit of a setup out here, but the Molotov, is it going to sell them? No, it goes into the smoke. They still have that double setup at B. Yeah, and they still have Angelka with a smoke as well. 52 seconds. The moment Execute comes on in here, she can deploy that smoke and kind of derail that push coming in. And I think they're boosting in the back, aren't they? It looked for a minute like on the minimap. Yeah, here we go. So let's see Angelka going to be able to do it in time. She's not going to try yet. It's just keeping the gun there instead. vicu moving up to the corner. She has to hit the shot or she's going to be going down. Oh, but it was a little bit off. Angelka, though, holding on to it. 29 seconds, they're going to run back. They know, they must know that ZAna is down in the pit. So can they get rid of her? Not with a Molotov, certainly. That smoke is going to keep her safe, but the question is, can they run her down? 18 seconds on the clock. She is the only defense at this bomb site. If she dies, they're going to get the bomb planted. It's going to be a really difficult retake. Liina's already low on health. It's all on ZAna right now, and she misses the spray by just an inch. The bomb is going to go down on top, and Angelka, I don't know. They can still do this, but it's not going to be easy now. She's moving in slowly, already been spotted out. Oh. Nice tap away. Again, her mechanics are so good, making the jump up. And now she's in a 1 versus 2, but something tells me she might have a shot at this. She knows where one of the players is. There's the spray. Oh, but Jenny comes through all the way around, flanking through. That is scary close. But EQUIPA, they pick up the round, and they absolutely needed it.
I think it was a combined HP of 11 on the two players, and that is really, really close indeed. this push from vicu, like we've been singing her praises quite a bit over here, but if she just held on to the angle, I can totally see why she wanted to re-aggress and gather some information, right? But that's the thing, when you go for a play like that with the AWP and there's no one to back you up, you miss a shot, you've lost that entire segment of the map, and from then on there's so much more room for your opponents to work with. So great call coming in for EQUIPA to pivot back towards A. And here's the thing, like even though NAVI Javelins have won, they won 4 rounds in a row and able to tie things up, all 4 rounds the bomb got planted from the side of EQUIPA. So I don't see any round thus far from NAVI Javelins where they have been effective enough to just completely dismantle around here from the EQUIPA side. Right now we have the AWP in hands of vicu, but that's about it. The rest of them just pistols.
Yeah, that's a good point. We haven't seen that kind of a lockdown. vicu pushed up. She'd already been tagged a little bit with a wallbang, I believe, and the Galil, when you don't have any head armor, it's an easy follow-up. Hanka now picking up the sniping duties on the CT side. But yeah, mostly keeping the AWP alive is going to be probably the real big deal here. Unless you get a lot of good shots off, maybe then you could start to reconsider and really fight for it. Side of the B bomb site. Double setup. Aida slowly but surely getting a little bit closer, leading the charge with the Molotov on top. It's going to be a lot of pressure on that defense. Yeah, they get wiped out. Hanka through the smoke, but surely not going to be more than one of those.
Surely have a save. And that's going to be EQUIPA back to the winning ways once more. So at least able to hold on to this AWP, which they really should be, because there's no tease towards the A bomb side, and the fact that we have ZAna-th towards T-Ram is going to ensure a lot of freedom for Hanka to try and hold on to the AWP for vicu come the next round. But EQUIPA now, it's not only looking to run away with the lead, it's going to be 6-4.
Yeah, they're going to be able to save the AWP, and it's not that bad, all things considered. Something to keep in mind too, really, in terms of NAVI defending the bomb sites and stopping the bomb plants, they haven't been actively fighting for banana, right? They've been letting EQUIPA more. They've thrown some grenades, they've done a couple of pop flash peeks, but they haven't really ever said, okay, we're going to take the fight all the way there. And that seems like a strategy that they've pulled from the start. And that's fair enough. A lot of teams will make that choice these days to say, actually, it's not worth it on the CT side. It's too much of a lottery to be a part of. We're gonna fall back, and maybe sometimes we'll go and revisit it. But at this point, it could be that it's costing them a bit too much, and they might have to be a little bit more aggressive, trying to take some players away before that attack happens.
Yeah, for sure. Like if you're going to be playing this particular fashion where you have a little bit of early brackets control and just this passively towards B, you give that much room for EQUIPA to work with. Look at the previous round, I mean, a couple of rounds prior, where Big were able to pivot back all the way from the B bomb side towards A, but this is much better. ZAna-th on top of the balcony, but she's all by lonesome. So she will be traded, and the A bomb side will be compromised. We still have vicu holding towards mid, so at least Arch control is still with the CTs. But look at Jenny R's position.
Yeah, this is a big concern right now. Got us some smokes on the NAVI Javelin side, and the bomb has been delayed because I think EQUIPA also can't really believe that there's only going to be one there. Nice pick off there. And vicu going to be taking down Jenny, but ZAna up at the railing, an elevated angle. She's not ready for that peak though. Hanka able to take her down, and Aida is all on her own. She's had a lot of time to try and find a way out of this 1 versus 3, and she's going to be creeping in. But again, Liina playing it defensively. It's so smart. She wants to fall back and make sure that there's no escape, and then they're not going to lose it, you know, fighting one by one. So even if Liina got shot down at the end, that is actually the right move, what she's doing there. It will be the round though for the CT side. So I think if not for that double kill at the beginning from ZAna-th, they might have a lot of trouble. They might not even try to retake the bomb side, actually. They might just walk away.
Kind of timing from Jenny, like she was playing the right game. She was waiting for the flank to come on in from Banana, but then unfortunate timing.
Yeah, just managed to look the wrong way. vicu. Again, a little bit of aggression. I kind of like this. I kind of want to see the Javelins with a shot at having that 4-on-5 advantage, trying to shut them down, like you said. It's a little bit late in the half now, but oh, 7. That is a nice catch, taking down Hanka.
that is troublesome indeed. And now, big EQUIPA know that there's no one towards top of mid, there's no one towards bracket, and that might draw the rotation. And simultaneously, they start pressuring towards Bs. That's going to split the defense perfectly in half. Angelka, though, she has been a rock at times. She's got Liina as well, who's had a bit of a rough time in the server. The Molly smoke combo going to allow a little bit more room to breathe with here for the side of NAVI Javelins, and that's a great from Angelka, almost a second kill as well, and indeed she will make up for it. Might she pull off the escape? Yes, she shall. Smoke to keep them at bay as well, and she looks for more, dealing so much damage. Another kill coming in, and look at how low they are. ZAna down to 15 HP, and vicu's there to finish off the job. But that was all on Angelka.
Yeah, and again, we could probably put together a package to analyze just her playstyle right now. It's actually awesome. So the first spray that she gets the kill through, but she has enough bullets, so she gets this one, and she's waiting for it. Like, even then, at no point in any of this is she finishing out the entire clip.
Yeah.
She is so careful to make sure that she's not going to be vulnerable to when someone comes charging through, and she's actually baiting them into trying to do it. Oh, and you have to remember again, this is all happening with almost no decision time at all. So
it's instinctual at this point.
Yeah, it is. Really good stuff. 12 kills on her right now, but at a deeper level than beyond the kills, you could tell there's a lot to work with right there. Hanka gonna get so blown up. Oh no! That's a Glock as well. vicu's in trouble. Oh, trying to get the flick. It would have been beautiful, but oh man, what a double opening. The nade stack. They knew that there's almost always been someone at that bicycle down in the pit, and they decided to get rid of it. That is a wild play.
This could really spiral out of control here. They do have Aida, the only player with the Kevlar, and a bomb is just being planted. The lack of utility could be a problem though. Smoke in the hands of vicu, which she is going to try and deploy. The shot will ring out, lands a bit of damage, but the flank from Aidy, she will assassinate Liina, but it's all on Aidy now, the 1v2.
Yeah, and they know where she's coming from as well. Tech9 out, she runs and guns. Smoke is up, and they're already on the defuse. It's not the right angle. Knife us out, and she'll get it! Stabbing her inside of the smoke.
Oh my god, I can't believe she pulled that one off. The run and gun with the Tech9 and the shack.
Look at how fired up she is as well. Oh, that's beautiful. Well,
on the other side, that was silence from NAVI Javelins.
Yeah, and it's the right move. This defuse is absolutely fine. There's not a problem with it, but man, you hate to see it. 7-6. And big EQUIPA with a good first half. The money, once again, gone for the NAVI Javelin side. Remember, this is big EQUIPA's map pick, so they should be confident too. A little bit of a trade there. Push aggressively down the middle. Jenny taking the fight. This is, again, where you want to see them slow it down. Take a deep breath. You have the gun. The bomb is lost, but get everyone together before you continue the fight.
Timing is Aida. We'll find Angelka. But now, yeah, Danu. Where does she go from here? AK picked up. She saw the bomb as well, right? But she's not sitting on it, which is smart. Looking for a potential flank to come in from the T's, as D7 and Aida are going to be grouped up together. They need to cross on through, though. And Aida's all by alone. She's going to be checking, and she's going to be coming out on top. Danu will fall. Big EQUIPA guarantee themselves the lead heading into the second half, but yet we have one more round to play.
Yeah, the aim punch there at the end just making it really hard to win that fight once. Unless you get the straight-away headshot, you're going to be in trouble. Okay, well, at least the lead, like you said, getting up to 8 rounds is a pretty respectable start. NAVI Javelins, see if they can steal away a last round here. It feels like whatever they had has not been working out. They're going to change the formula completely, and they come charging down the middle. Oh god, this is working out. Hanka with the kill on Jenny. 5 versus 3. And Aida, yeah, she spotted a couple of things up there, but what a nice hit towards the middle.
Oh, that was close. If Aida's able to get the kill, suddenly things looking very solid for NAVI Javelins. Flashbang's good as well. Angelka, another chance for her to strike, and indeed she will, to pick up 3K to close out the half, but still they trail rather by 1 round. If they can bring this one back, we're going to be finding out after a very, very short break.
'cause what you think is not what I care about what you think, 'cause what you think is not what
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the second half here, the second map. Once more, the scoreline poised on a razor's edge, a one-round lead here for big EQUIPA. That being said, though, it wasn't a T side here off their mapping of Inferno. But NAVI, they've shown that they can be tenacious. They've shown that they can claw back from the precipice, no matter how grim it looks. And we're going to be finding out if they can do this, if they can close out the series 2-0, or is it going to be big EQUIPA taking us to map number 3?
That's a very interesting first half to think about. I actually think NAVI got to 7 rounds based off of their, let's say, sort of fundamental, game understanding and, taking smart fights. I don't think they did it because their defense necessarily was the best that we've ever seen, and I think that's fun to think about because there's a lot you can build with it on that. Liina going for a boost and a smoke setup that I don't think we've ever seen before. This is cool. We're learning now.
I haven't seen this.
No, I'm pretty sure I haven't either.
All right, where does this go? It's going to be towards the library, maybe a very complicated moto smoke, which is unlikely because the moto is one of the easiest ones. So a library smoke, perhaps. I'm going to be keeping an eye on where that smoke's going to be landing. A flash pop, the waterfall play out, and 2 CDs line wait.
Damn, that is really cool. Aidy down here trying to see if she can get the job done on her own. Her teammates are dead, and it's a double opening. NAVI Javelins, they run right in there. Yeah, smoke does land all the way back there, but I've got to say, the follow-up flashbang is so interesting.
I love that, right? So it's a one-player setup with the smoke and the 2 flashbangs. Sure, the smoke wasn't perfect, but maybe a little bit of a tweak can work out as Angelka with the P250. She is a bit of a mini raid boss here. Eventually she'll fall, but still a 4v2. This is looking nigh unretakeable for Big.
And this is where NAVI Javelins are so good. Look at how they're just
Top
making
10.
themselves impossible to find. Nobody is peeking. Nobody wants to go for this. Jenny's going to have to go deep in the bomb site before she can find a fight. She finally does, but you could see by the time the rest of the fight happens, everyone is there, and they just pounce on them. So this is what I meant when I said this, sort of the fundamentals of what they're doing here. So smart, and you can go a long, long way doing that. And with Angelka on top getting some really good kills, it's interesting. But that flashbang is interesting for a couple of different reasons. I mean, the other way to flash that pit area, you can obviously bounce it off the chimney from the hallways, or you can throw it from the middle. But that one, I think, that is some really interesting stuff. That could have some interesting potential going forward because it might hit a wider angle than some of the other ones. Because it is kind of difficult to throw that flashbang and not miss some parts of that defense.
Yeah, and also the fact that it was just one player doing it, right? Especially when it comes to pistol round, where you're not going to be having all your players with utility, you're just going to be having one or two of them. I think that's just a cool little thing.
Oh, it makes me think of a lot of different things. Okay, it's nice to learn new stuff.
New episode of Anders Theory Crafting, when?
You know,
sometimes. Let's bring it back, Anders.
Sometimes I want to. Stack going onto the B-bomb site. Always worth a try. And it looks like NAVI Javelins are going to go test it straight up. But the Galils, a lot of bullets in them, and they're going to come out on top of this one. Jenny, yeah, no chance. Even if you ran the other way, she would have been found eventually. So, it's a good start to the second half for the NAVI Javelins. They'll be excited about that. And now, again, I feel like this, at least from my point of view, the story, a lot of it now for Big EQUIPA still has to do with this attempted aggression. That's the big question that I have for them right now. When they get into the favorable position, when they get into the 4 versus 5s, are they going to be able to just chill the team out enough that they can work together a little bit more? Because they have everything else going for them. Ooh, nice double nade down the middle. That's a cool idea. One of them might have bounced a little bit off, but I like the attempt.
Liina pushed up pretty aggressively, and actually it's going to be damage being dealt towards Angelka from Aida's burst over there. So expect to see the weapons exchange hands. Perhaps Angelka probably just might run on in with the Mag-10. You can see all 4 players gathered up together outside of Banana. With the 3 CTs, this is a good read from coming in from Big EQUIPA. It's a risky play though, because you have 3 towards B, inside of the B bomb site. If you look at the other 2 defenders, you're looking at D7, and I do believe it's Aidy towards A bomb site. Again, playing very, very passively. So they're relying on the stack, and the hit is going to be coming on through.
Yeah, oh, this is a lot of defense right now. And with the counter smoke and the flashbang to come through, they just didn't want to go. Nice. Aida able to take down vicu. Just a random couple of bullets coming through. And 4 versus 5. Look at the sneak through as well over from Aidy. She's about to go through that little tunnel leading into middle. So, yeah, they're about to be in a lot of trouble here on the NAVI Javelin side. ZAna's shown up as well. There's no way through. Nothing they could done to do in this one. Liina getting some money, at least with a Mag-10, but that's about it for the half, or for the round there. Good lockdown.
Well, she was a player who was very, very low as well. Kind of unfortunate in the end. Even in the clutch attempt, it would have been, well, even if she had health, it would have been really hard to pull off. But first buy round going the way of the Big EQUIPA. But they can't afford to be complacent. For the side of NAVI Javelins, it's going to be the pistols here. P250s abound, Glock, Tech 9, a multitude of utility, quite a bit of utility being purchased as they are looking to try and make life a little comfortable. Carpet bombing towards Banana, that's a no man's zone right there. Fortunately for both the teams, no one there as well. So 1 flash of smoke in the mall. So I take that back, 2 flashes as well. They're setting up for this waterfall play out. This could potentially catch Aidy off guard. Yeah, again, this is where 1 good flash is going to make a difference. She does look away from it, puts out the Molotov, but they're going to be raining down all around her. Nice little spray there, but Angelka eventually managed to get the drop on her, just barely. She survives on 15 health. A headshot from Liina to take down D7, and the bomb site is open once again. Oh, the timing for that hit was absolutely amazing, and they're going to go for it right away. Jenny and Aida going on a little bit of a retake of the bomb site, but it's not enough. Vicu will take down the remaining 2 players, and that is a shock to the system for Big EQUIPA. They're in trouble right here. they're in trouble. That is a round they had no business giving up. And just the proactiveness from Liina as well, right? Just running on in with the P250. She knew the CT was trapped, isolated on the bomb site while the smoke was still in place towards Moto. And again, I like what EQUIPA did. Just going for the retake the moment the bomb got planted. But vicu standing and delivering from the graveyard. She knew when teammates were low. She knew they were trapped in the corner. They needed a lot of help. And then M4A1 retrieved from one of the corpses of the CTs, coming up clutch for the team. And that is to be a bit of a blow here for EQUIPA. They're going to be a bit shook.
Yeah, I really expect so. NAVI Javelins continue to be hard to get rid of, and they were in, remember on the first map, it was a 15-8 lead for EQUIPA on Nuke, and then they came back into overtime and won the map ultimately. So they're not an easy team to put away right now. Even when you feel like you've got them backed up against the corner, it feels like they're going to be fighting back every single time. 10-9 in favor of NAVI Javelins, and the money for the EQUIPA side looking very questionable. ZAna wants to throw that deep nade in there. It's going to be a decent amount of damage. That is respectable.
Jenny getting hounded by incendiaries, and this is good utility from NAVI Javelins. You can see there are a number of protocols in place here for the NAVI side. It's not like they're walking into Inferno blind. They seem to be well prepared. They even might have the read, the idea that EQUIPA might be going for this Inferno pick. And this T-side, I won't lie, this T-side looks very well put together thus far. Sure, they lost the first Byron coming out from EQUIPA, but ever since then, this has been some clinical stuff. The AWP in the hands of vicu as well, and why the hell not? We didn't really see any T-side AWPing coming out from EQUIPA, as we have now a 3-player stack here. It is the force buy, and if you look at the utility remaining here, Anders, 2 flashes, all they possess, and a minute on the clock for NAVI to work with.
And that's going to make things very, very difficult. Some more grenades being set up to clear out top mid, although I like this push coming up from Aidy. It's very risky. She's alone up here, but if she can get down into Boiler from this position, she might be able to catch them. It looks like they're going to try for something like a beat crunch at this point in time through CT spawn, and yeah, they're running out a little bit. Oh, they're inside of the smoke, but it's going to be fading, and that is a massive kill. That'll slow them down. They still have to try and win this fight over at the B bomb site. Liina, good for the opening at the very least, and inside of the bomb site, Aida comes out with a nice swing. Jenny on the other side, and this is looking like a real lockdown. The bomb is on its own. Hanka is trying to get there through CT spawn, but there's only 14 seconds left right now. They just have to keep tight right now. Good attempt from vicu, and EQUIPA not really showing themselves. They're getting a couple. Oh, and they're getting the bomb plant. They have just enough time for it. That is ridiculous, and they actually played it well, EQUIPA. They didn't peek this one. They tried to be safe, and still they managed to get the bomb plant down. Hanka on her own, a jump past, and she gets that one, and now backing off. She's very low on health. It's got to be worried. D7 is right behind her and swings for the kill. A huge round for EQUIPA.
Huge round. That flashbang saved them. vicu was holding the angle, and that looked like a done and dusted round. Anders, you said it as well. 4 versus 2. 10 seconds remaining, and yet somehow NAVI Javelins, good communication, good teamwork, making it very competitive and coming down to the 1v1. But in the end, the clutch will go the way. Great hole as well. Jenny and Aida in a very uncomfortable spot. Hanka, in the end, considering how low she was, she wanted to be proactive. She wanted to catch D7 off guard, but then D7, 100 HP, able to find Hanka. And a 1v1 going the way of EQUIPA. All things tied up once more as we have yet another force buy from NAVI Javelins. This is a much better force buy, however. A couple of AKs, Mag-10 Deke, and a Galil, and a pretty decent bit of utility as well. And if you look at the economic situation of both sides, this is going to be one of those turn point rounds, so to speak, right? Like whoever wins this round is going to be guaranteed another round after this.
No, you're absolutely right. Hanka moved forward. Oh, and she thought that smoke meant no one was coming through. That is a little bit shocking. AD catching her at the wrong time. She's going to be going down. D7 up here, Molotov down in front, so she feels a little bit safe right now. Angelka's on the other side, and yeah, she was angling for that shot. They know where AD is as well. She's going to get one more kill, but still, Angelka doing all the work at the moment. 3 versus 2 now, as they're getting chewed up, trying to get into it. And she would have to try to ace clutch her way out of this one. Never an easy task, especially not when ZAna is on the other side holding it with the AWP. Oh, some very impactful rounds coming through here on the big side. They absolutely need it.
And especially considering the fact that that was a force, why we alluded to the fact that whichever team wins this is going to have a little bit of a breathing space. So we should be expecting an eco coming out here from the side of NAVI Javelins, allowing vicu to try and maybe stabilize your economy a little bit, try and have an easier round. And there you have it, Tech 9 for Angelka. Apart from that, it's blocks, no utility whatsoever. So it should be a quick round as they come charging up mid. And surely, vicu should not let this one slip away.
Yeah, this is another one of those test rounds for them where you just stay safe, try and stay far away. ZAna getting run down. It's a good move, that's a good swing, and that's acceptable. She was really, really far away. And with no backup there, it's hard to stay at a distance. So bomb is still lost, though, to the T side. Might try and pick it up here, and an AWP on vicu. But again, this is where you want the communication and the comm. This is where you want the protocols to come in from the CT side to say, we've been here many times. Oh, vicu is going to find D7.
They know just one player at A now.
Yeah, they definitely know that. Aidy with an M4A1. She's maneuvering around. This is where, again, you feel like you have to do something, but you've got to be really careful. She's finding that one. Good start. Bomb is there as well. Going to be picked up again. Liina, I don't know if she can upgrade. Yeah, there's an M4 on the ground. That makes a big difference. Oh, this is scary. I don't know. This is going to be so difficult if they lose this one. Bomb is being attempted. vicu's holding it, and she is good for one more. She has not missed a shot yet since picking up this AWP.
Surely
and now she's moving forward. Oh, she wants to definitely almost getting sidelined here, but she's back to look for it. Oh, and double up on this is very difficult for her. No armor either. She gets one on Jenny, and they come up the defuse on the other side. Aida, she spins around with the FAMAS, and she'll have enough life just to make it through. My God, even a wallbang shot, I think, would have taken her down. Oh, that is close. Way too close.
vicu is just an animal. She is just a beast in the server. They invested one Tech 9 and 4 Glocks, and it came down to the 1 versus 1. Only because of vicu. With this AWP, the first shot on Jenny is brilliant. And yeah, you said it as well, the wall bang. If she had the box with a headshot angle.
Yep.
Oh my God, that was so very close, and that's definitely. I said that's a round vicu would be looking to try and use to stabilize their economy, but hell no. 12 and 10, they do have a 2-round lead, but NAVI Javelins for them that was an absolute win indeed. And here comes a pop play towards the top of mid.
Yeah, they want to do it again. Why wouldn't they? They just had so much success pushing it with just pistols. Of course, you want to try and just follow up and double down on it, but there is a really quick flank coming in from Banana. They're not ready for it. Jenny is here, and it's a great double kill. Absolutely well done so far. Angelka is still alive, though, and she's swinging around, crouching into that spray and wrecking that bomb site. Huge double. She is so magnificent at the moment. 26 kills on her. 23 on vicu, and Jenny, the flank wasn't enough. She needs to do more. She's going to be dropping Angelka, and Danu deep in that bomb site. Kit is there for Jenny, so she has some time to work with. There is a Molotov on Danu, but I wouldn't try and throw it either now. It might be a little bit too late. Oh, and right through the smoke. She's able to find it. A massive round. Think about how expensive some of these rounds have been for vicu. So NAVI Javelins winning this one, it could absolutely change the outcome of this map and the series. This is the Group A decider match as well.
This is oh, this is very, very tense indeed, Anders. And now we get to see the impact made by vicu in that eco round. The kills she found with the AWP, despite it being a losing effort.
I'm so curious. For at least 3 or 4 rounds now, on the Javelin side, on the T side, they've been throwing a Molotov HE combo to the apartments, so that if someone tries to run in there quickly, they're gonna run into the Molotov, and then they're gonna get hit by the nade and get slowed down and everything else. I'm wondering if they've seen enough demos from vicu to feel like that's something that might happen at some point. And if you keep doing it, maybe it's not going to work out, but it'd be kind of interesting to see if they're going to be rewarded for it at some point or another here.
They got for the force buy. They know it was just like the bonus. It's a fair call. It's a fair call for vicu.
Yeah.
They just didn't have the money. They would have the eco anyway, so the force buy coming in here and utility usage being deployed as D7 will be isolated for the time being, but she might have time to pull off her escape as there's no pressure coming into the top of mid. Just one defender towards the B bomb set, and that is Jenny R with the MP9. She has a smoke. But once she deploys that smoke, there's nothing else remaining for the CTs. And D7 is too far away to help her out.
Yeah, another MP9 has started to show up here. I mean, if they have enough people, they have one flashbang as well on Jenny, so maybe that's how you do it. You just set up for the retake and you pop a flash through and just hope that you're going to be able to win that fight. Very difficult to win this one, and especially the way that NAVI Javelins are playing in general. This is what we've been talking about all along. A very safe team. They try to be really careful not to overextend. Angelka checking all the angles, and she's going to win the fight. Smoke going down behind her as well, and pushing up inside of a Jenny. I actually think this is a smart move. ZAna out of nowhere through the smoke, but I like this from Jenny. She's going to be found, but she had to do something. They're never going to win the round if she's just falling back, so that's one of the few times where I'd say the aggression is definitely worth it. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. Aidy is on her own, and this is about to get tied up. NAVI Javelins, you can't put them away right now.
They're piercing through this defense, and yeah, the force wide totally understandable. And nice attempt as well from Jenny, being very cheeky in the smoke. I was wondering how long she was going to be holding on to the smoke. I thought she would probably use it to kind of delay the push, because of how much time was with NAVI Javelin. She realized if she uses that smoke just to delay them from that hit towards the B bomb site, they'll just wait it out, and then she would have nothing to work with. So nice attempt coming out, but still clean round from NAVI Javelins, able to keep the majority of the players alive as well. But everything tied up, and with vicu now on an eco, a real chance here for the Poles to get the lead, and especially this deep, this late in the game, 13-12, it could be that slight little edge they need here. So we see the USPs come out to play for vicu, no other investment. And the NAVI Javelins just keeping everyone alive.
25th round. Big presence at top mid. I don't mind any of this. There is obviously no formula for how to win rounds like this with USPs, so you just have to try whatever you can. Nice headshot. But again, just a USP on Jenny, and they're going to realize probably soon that there's nobody else on the bomb side. And they've left one player behind in Dano. She's holding up close here with the AK-47. A little bit scary if she loses it, but vicu is there for the crossfire, so it's a good setup. Making sure they don't give anything away, and they're back in the lead now. NAVI Javelins, just one round, but it is 13-12.
13-12. Those of you just tuning in, those of you who probably just kind of waltz into this not knowing what's going on. The fact is, vicu are the favorites. We had an undivided desk. Everyone went for vicu.
Yeah.
Even I said, yeah, vicu should have this. But
Definitely.
right now, NAVI Javelins trail, winning their map pick after a monumental comeback, and now leading on the second map as well. 3 away from closing out this series in a 2-0 and pulling up what might be the biggest upset we've seen thus far here in ESL Impact.
And it would be an amazing story because, like we started out saying, I think Lucy was talking about this on the desk, it was vicu to stop NAVI Javelins from being at the season final in Dallas. So getting revenge here, again, could be the start of a cool rivalry. Liina's gone down to the start of the round, thanks to Aida.
Still not a great buy, though. You see the FAMASs there, weaponry-wise. NAVI Javelin definitely do have the edge. Right now, again, map control being just gifted to the NAVI side. We have Angelka playing by Lonesome towards the top of Banana. And we're looking at where the C4 is. Someone has to retrieve it, and that's going to be Danu's job. But they have a decision to make. And looking at the lack of control towards brackets, I'm assuming it's going to be the B hit coming in here.
Yeah, and it feels to me like every time they're in this position, they try to use Angelka as their tool to get into a bomb site. Because her mechanics to peek the corners has been so good that that they're just trying to set her up for it. So we'll see if she's going to be able to one more time. You're right. They are going to go back to the B bomb side, but this is being read really well from the vicu side. They got 3 players already over here. Executors coming in. They are a little bit behind the smokes though, so that might be an issue. Aida boosted up near the flower bed. Oh, and line up for ZAna. It's a beautiful defense. Forget everything we said. That gets shut down, and that is going to get them fired up again. They tie it back up. They did not have a lot to work with here. This is one of those must-win rounds, surely, for the big side.
And ZAna stepping up is probably what they needed. Like, if you look at the kill spread for the side of EQUIPA, you have Jediara 19, like Aida 19 as well, and Zeno wasn't 17. This is just before this round transpired. So her waking up could be maybe the difference maker here, but it's not just about the individuals. It's about trying to close out convincingly, and thus far, I won't lie. When it comes to the late game scenarios, we have a small sample size today that is only Nuke, and when it comes to the pressure time, when it gets really, really rough and tough, that's when NAVI Javelins seems to get going. So even though, yes, heroic spray there from ZAna, able to find 3 kills, I'm still not fully convinced that Big can close this out convincingly. Everything's tied up right now. Again, you look at the money for the CT side, if they lose this, it could be miserable.
Yeah, they have their backs to the wall too. Not really clear who's going to be falling over the edge at this point in time. A lot of nades to top Banana, making sure that they are ready to take that fight, and a huge commitment at the start of this round, swinging over to the A bomb side on the defense. So if they wanted to keep going into B, they're going to have a fight against Jenny and Jenny alone. Let's see how long that lasts for.
No one's rotated yet. That is so curious. They're so sure it's going to be an A hit, despite there being complete silence. We saw an early smoke and Molotov towards brackets. That's all the presence that NAVI Javelin have shown. That this could be the early hit here. Minute on the clock, and here comes the hit, and it's all down to Jenny, tucked into the corner.
She is in a lot of trouble right now. She has a Molotov, so maybe she can stop them from swinging around the fountain against her, but otherwise, yeah, she's very much on her own. ZAna's just now showing up, trying to put a bit of a flashbang in, but here they all come, and they're gonna knock her out. ZAna's got no chance in that one, and Jenny all the way at the back. She's good for the one spray, keeps going, nice double, but she's out of bullets, and never gonna get a chance to reload that one. Angelka will take her down, and 3-on-3 for the afterplant. And Big keeper, remember the money. I'm not saying they shouldn't go for this, but they don't have enough money to lose all these rifles. They should probably set up and try something here. They're close enough to the bomb site, and they do have kits on 2 out of 3 players, so it might be worth it. Some really great grenades as well to try and go for the retake. 3 Molotovs.
That's odd.
Yeah, let's see. Hold on. Flying all the way back. Liina's forced out into the open, and so is Angelka. Good headshot. Liina fighting back, though. Gonna get one of them, and the spray is in for the double. Oh, and the vicu not missing many shots in this one. And they're back in the lead. And that is terrifying.
Holy hell, vicu. She was a contingency plan, but Liina, we touched upon the fact that she's had a very, very quiet series.
Yes.
But what a round to come alive. 3K for her. Because that could have gone very wrong. You said it as well. 3 incendiaries, a smoke. They even smoked off the C4. In the moment, they could even have gone for the stick, and then vicu would have been alone in the 1v1 with the AWP. You know, it could have easily gone the way to CTs, and that was butt clench.
It really, truly was. Some great Molotovs. They landed perfectly, the Molotovs. They forced Liina out. They forced Angelka, who was back there, just forcing everybody out into the open. So that's everything you could have possibly wanted. Yeah, coaches are feeling the pressure too, without a doubt. This is what it all comes down to here. 14 rounds on the side of the NAVI Javelins. It'd be such a shock if they were able to take this in a 2-0 fashion. No one could have seen this coming. But I mean, throughout the series, watching the way the NAVI Javelins play, it's not a complete surprise once you're in the game. Vicu is at 28 kills, Angelka is at 29. And a new attempt here for Big Keeper, and I like it. One of the earlier rounds that they had a great success in was a really quick flank from Jenny coming through as they pushed the A bomb site. Maybe they could do it again, although they don't have a lot to fight with.
This round could be the smackdown from the side of NAVI Javelins. They're able to wrest away these weapons, the smoke as well. ZAna has to reposition towards the library. Now the 2 CTs feeling extremely uncomfortable. Well spaced out smokes as well. She's just going to go for the spray with the FAMAS, trying to at least find something as Aidy finds Danu. That's huge. But Liina able to reply back. There is a flank coming in from mid as well, and vicu needs to be aware she's going to be found out. And now it's a 3v2 favoring the CTs as the bomb will just get planted.
Wow, absolutely knocking them out on this one. Aidy, she's got a kit as well. They got plenty of time. Hanka on her own, and she's just too far out in the open. Big keeper making their way back, tying it up again. 14-14. Oh, it is so close, this game right here. If they would have lost this round, they would have been out of money completely on the CT side, and it probably would have been a 16-13 type win instead. And yeah, that would have been heartbreaking for Big Keeper, but now they get a chance to fight at least for another round.
Yeah, that would have been the knockout blow, right? This money would have been completely crushed, but that was such a weird, messy, disjointed round all around. It felt like Big EQUIPA just threw everything at NAVI Javelins, and like some of those pushes made no sense. And just went on in and up close and personal, catching them off guard with the MP9s, with the SMGs, and then in the end, amongst all the chaos, only one player stood standing, and Hanka, unfortunately, she was just getting surrounded on all sides, and not much she could do from that position. But yeah, they managed to tie things up and stay alive to fight. But still, 14-14, this is looking tense. I think that's an understatement. It is extremely tense right now.
It is. A little bit of a negotiation going with the mouse at the moment, so hopefully something they can figure out right away. But yeah, at this point in time, just a very, very close match. And yeah, as to figure out the tech problems, we can, you know, go over a little bit of what we've seen so far. I mean, I still think, apart from vicu and Angelka on that NAVI side, most of the strength come from making really reasonable decisions when they're under a lot of pressure. So that's probably what's got them to this space right now. If they keep that up, I mean, it's a coin flip who's going to win it right now. I don't know.
I really don't know either. And I feel like when it comes to the rounds being won for Big EQUIPA, it is coming down to some hero plays, right? It's coming down to some of the more chaotic rounds and whatnot, like we see over here, just aggression all around. But I've really enjoyed some of the decisions, as you pointed out as well, Andrew, some of the decisions being made, the way they're able to put together some of these T-side rounds from Big EQUIPA, sorry, from NAVI Javelins. They've really come in prepared here. And also the individuals as well, like Angelka, vicu, like Angelka's at 30 kills already in regulation. Vicu's just too shy of dropping the 30 bomb as well. And then if you look at the rest, Danu had her moments, but Hanka and Liina, sure, Liina had an incredible 3K in what was a pretty precarious position in a post plant, but still, individually, it has been the Angelka vicu show, kinda, for the side of NAVI Javelins. And then if you look at the Big EQUIPA side, everyone chipping in, everyone stepping up. We have moments from Aida, from Aidy, from ZAna, from Jenny R, and even from D7, some huge clutch situations. So it's more like a better kill spread for the side of Big EQUIPA, while it being a little more chaotic. But for NAVI Javelins, it's like two heroes, but a lot of thought being put into how they're approaching this. This is a force buy as well. This is, oh boy.
Yeah, they want to go all in, not trying to play necessarily for the overtime. See if they can steal it away. And it looks like it's going to be some sort of apartments explosion, at least with two of them. And here we go. Smokes and flashes are in. They're trying to jump down on the haycut. They're all on top of each other, and it's a slaughter. Aidy with a nice double spray down, and she'll continue to add another one. 15 rounds on the side of Big EQUIPA as they try to get to that third map. That is a massive win, and they're one step away.
That celebration as well, they know it. They know they have NAVI Javelins against the ropes. They know they invested everything that round, and now it's going to be more of the same. It's going to be just the pistols, or maybe a couple of SMGs come out. Great hole coming in from Aidy. And Aida as well, 3K for Aidy there with the M4A1. And yeah, sure, one solitary AK-47 in the hands of vicu. Pistols all around, but this is a slower approach. They try to catch Big EQUIPA off guard, but in the previous round, going for the fast play towards Waterfall. The Waterfall play towards the pit position this time. They slow things down. But because of the lack of utility, they don't really have too many options available to them.
Yeah, I mean, you probably need to angle for a kill. Try and see if you can get that AK to find somebody who vicu is looking for it. And the difference in that last round between it looking like a slaughter and it looking reasonable is usually the first kill. If it goes the way of the CTs, it's very likely everyone else is going to be stopped behind it, especially running through a smoke like that. If you get a kill though on the T side, I mean, you can create some space. So they just never got that one magic kill that they needed. Look at the lean coming in here from Big EQUIPA. They're so sure it's going to be another attempt at, in fact, Jenny, or if she gets sideswiped here, it's going to be an issue. She's already been put away. They should push through. They should not respect this. Jenny's on the other side. Oh, it's a great spray down. Jenny on the defense. And it's been working out. That is huge. But they did the right thing, NAVI Javelins. I don't think it was a mistake pushing through. They did not have a choice this time around, unfortunately. It's a 2 versus 4 to try and pick up here. Hanka and Angelka. See what they could do.
There is one player I want to be in this situation for the side of NAVI Javelins. It has to be Angelka as Hanka. A belabored spray, but able to find one and the second, and it's all in D7 now. 1 versus 2. She knows where both the players are. She's got a kit as well, and she's got time to work with. The spray comes on in, not quite able to get the kill. The spray runs out of bullets, and Angelka and Hanka to pull off the 4v2 and take us to overtime.
Whew, that is quite something. Well done at the end, and I think they just didn't have the nades to try and clear out that retake. So, what a tough time for big EQUIPA. We've got the break, and then we've got overtime coming right up. Welcome back, everybody. It's overtime. A second map, 15-15 between Big and NAVI on this map. It's on Inferno, and what a struggle it has been on all fronts. But somehow they managed to win a 2-on-4 clutch at the end on the NAVI Javelin side to force the overtime. So this is, I don't know, everything is on the line. Big EQUIPA, it'd be heartbreaking if they ended up losing this one.
The second half was just absolute insanity. Just so back and forth. And look at this from big EQUIPA aggression. Viku's going to open things up though. And Aida, she's going to continue to hold W because there is a smoke and she will be punished for the swing. Liina to find the frag, and Danu aware, ready and willing to take down D7. And the aggression from big EQUIPA will fall flat on its face. a 2 versus 4. Decision to be made. Do they go A or do they go B? If they head towards B, the final 2 surviving members, ZAna and Aidy, they'll lie in wait.
Yeah, and they're pushing out. Oh, this could be really scary. Let's see. Oh, she's going to go right down. vicu was holding it already. Aidy comes out swinging, wanted this fight and try and spray them all down, but it's not going to be possible. I don't even necessarily mind that they went on a little bit of a mission, 2-player mission to try and find someone outside of that, because they can't really just hide back there in overtime. It makes no sense. You have money to buy, you might as well try and go for it, but that's a nice opening for the NAVI Javelin side.
Again, especially in OT, starting with the right foot, this could be exactly what the doctor ordered here for NAVI Javelins. Jenny are being pressured here, but gets caught in midair. He's dropping down from the sandbags, and Hanka with the swing. They notice just one defender there. Again, a push from D7. Again, Hanka with the double. A lot of nade being dealt, however, with the utility. But this time, it's even worse, Anders. It's a 5 versus 2. And this is far gone. They have control of the bomb side as well. And ZAna and Aidy just have to watch from afar as NAVI Javelins. They get the second round here in OT.
Oh, what a tough break to get into overtime and then lose two rounds this quickly. Just a snap of a finger and 2 of them are gone. They need the 3rd one that's coming up. They absolutely do on the big EQUIPA side. A double kill for Hanka. A little bit of a missed opportunity there maybe, but it doesn't matter, even getting the kill. I think the only thing that matters for is for ZAna's own confidence to try and pick up some more, which she can. We know that she can. Gonna get found there. AWP is lost, and that's unfortunate. They're gonna be able to pick it back up again on Jenny if they really wanted to, so they have the ability to rebuy it. But 2 out of 3 rounds so far going to the NAVI Javelin side. What a... I mean, and the change of pace into overtime has been amazing. They are so quick compared to what they were in regulation.
Yeah, and I think they kind of figured it out as well. Like, the success they've had is when they've been able to kind of catch them on rotation, catching the CTs while they're setting up, and that is something that NAVI Javelins able to put together, able to deduce after 15 rounds in that second half. And here we go. The nade molly combo, as you pointed out earlier as well, Anders, that's something which has basically prevented big EQUIPA from ever going for this early peek towards the towards apartments and gathering that early information. And once more, early control being exerted, and you can see how cowed they were towards B-bomb set all the way at the back. At least they have control towards top of bracket, so that is at least some forward positioning from the CTs. But once more, NAVI Javelins, 3rd time in a row, heading towards B-bomb site.
And they have some Molotovs they can try and burn out this particular position. I do think there is still a little bit of defense. Yeah, Jenny, he's got a smoke and a Molotov, so they could try and defend it. Oh, watching for the boost is Angelka, though. And Jenny, she is alone, falling back into the smoke, but you can only live here for so long. vicu is going to be able to catch her, and this is a nightmare. 3 versus 5, and big EQUIPA about to... Oh, and a missed shot there from ZAna as well on top. Bomb is being planted. Is she going to have even another chance of it? A lot of damage onto vicu, but they don't need a lot of damage. They need the kills right now. 5 versus 3, and a near impossible retake coming up. More Molotovs raining in and slowing them down.
The Incendiary finally forcing Angelka out of position, but they still have no idea where anyone else is. vicu was tagged earlier on here, and the retake is on. 4v3, still doable. They have the utility to work with. Hanka's going to have to answer. He's going to find the first and the second in the smoke, and they're going to just tap it, stick it, but Hanka with the 3K, a flawless T-side in first OT, and now NAVI Javelins 1 round away from pulling off the upset.
Yeah, things looking really impressive for them. That's you don't have that much of a break between the regulation and overtime, but you come in here and you change the plan and you go at it much harder than before. You could tell that there was sort of a real follow-through in some of these rounds. They pick up bomb site, they go for it, and they do not let go, and it absolutely works. 15 to 18, 1 more round for NAVI Javelins, and they will pull up one of the biggest upsets we've seen so far in Impact, taking down big EQUIPA and getting revenge for what happened in the first season leading into the playoffs, or leading into the finals. That's a great story.
And you got to remember as well, on the CT side, most of the struggles for NAVI Javelins, it feels like a lifetime ago at this point, was vicu having a bit of a quiet start, but once she started really getting into it, getting into the zone, she has been a rock, especially in the latter stages of the first half here on Inferno. She's going to be the sole defender towards the B bomb site. A bit of a ruse here from D7 towards A, but vicu, she's got to hold her ground.
Out in the open, scary position. Going to be putting up a bit of a smoke to try and buy some time. Backup is coming, but it is long ways away still, and no chance for a missed shot there. Liina, yeah, she was the backup, and even all she could do there is just try and apply a little bit of time with the spray. She's taken down. ZAna-th on the hunt. Huge double right there, and that might secure the round. She's nearly dead from that nade, but still a 2-on-3. And Danu and Angelka, I don't know. There is a retake coming. Angelka, I don't really ever want to count her out right now, the way that she's been playing, walking in to try and get this opened up. They kind of know where ZAna is at the moment, and they're going to find her as well. Danu able to get that one back into a 2-on-2 with a Molotov landing back there. It's going to force her out. There's nothing to hide from back there, and she takes Angelka with her. That is a nice kill. Aidy able to save the round. Oh, it's
oh my
close.
lord. That 1v1. That 1v1 Handers, it goes the other way. The game is done. But big EQUIPA, they hold on. Oh, how close are these rounds?
I mean, the use of the Molotov to force out the player behind new box is amazing, but the fact that Aidy is all the way out there to revenge the kill makes all the difference in the world. 18-16.
Still not quite done yet here for Javelins. They need one more round. For big EQUIPA, it's their turn to be tenacious. It's their turn to be stubborn and bring this one back. Look at the switch up though from Javelins. 3 players this time around as opposed to just the 1 CT defender, as we saw earlier. And the moment contact's made, the moment they hear the pop flash or a utility being deployed by the Ts, that's where the pop of the CTs is going to be taking place. A bit of a little peek from Angelka, spots his shoulder.
Very decent grenade landing out there. Gotta remember, it's not about doing 50 damage, it's about doing enough damage that those M4s become one-shot headshots, and that's true right now for Aida and Jenny R, so don't always have to try and get the full-on dunk on anyone out there. Just get a little bit of damage and it'll equalize the fight that's coming up against the AK-47. 45 seconds now on that clock. You're going to be real careful you don't get pushed into a corner right now. There is a flash setup. There is a 3-woman setup at the bomb site, so vicu missing a shot, but Angelka is up close, and the spray is near on perfect. Taking down 2, throwing a Molotov to buy a little bit more time. They're in a lot of trouble here once again. Big EQUIPA, they need one more miracle to try and push this forward, try and get into that double overtime, because that's what they're fighting for at the moment. Aidy, there is a gap, and you don't want to step into it either. vicu is on the other side, and she is lightning fast. Taking down ZAna, not missing the shot. 9 seconds on the clock, and the bomb is finally going to be going down, but they have Aidy stuck in the corner. She cannot get out. She can't escape. Liina takes her down, and D7 is on her own, surrounded and out. NAVI Javelins picking up a massive upset and bringing down big EQUIPA.
It means so much to them to get this win. So much to them, and everyone doubted them. At the desk, me, yourself, almost everyone. The big EQUIPA, we're the favorites here.
Yeah.
They were the ones to knock them down. We said it was going to be a revenge matchup, and how sweet is it revenge? The crowd, even though big EQUIPA were the Iberian team, the crowd was supporting them.